What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's your boy Shane, and I'm here with my beautiful wife.
How you guys doing?
And I know you guys been waiting for this podcast for the longest.
Yeah, sorry guys, we was just a little busy.
We've been super busy, but I think we have everything ready.
Yes.
Not 100% ready, but I'm pretty sure we can start right now. So why wait? So today, baby, you want to tell them what we're talking about today?
Yeah, so guys, today we're going to talk about is arguing necessary for a relationship?
Is it?
Yes and no.
Yes and no?
Yes.
Explain.
Okay, so yes, because sometimes you get to learn your partner, like, what they like and what they don't like. Sometimes you get to grow from that situation. For an example, like, you didn't know that would hurt your partner's feelings, and maybe you can grow from there on out.
Right.
No, on the other hand, no, because sometimes it's just not necessary to, like, you can be mature sometimes, sometimes it's not necessary, and you go through all this trauma for a second, right? Because it can either be a quick argument or it can be a huge argument, guys. It can be a breakup. It can be so big. And it was for no reason. You look back and it's like, wow, that could have been avoided.
I agree with you.
Yeah, basically.
All right, so for me, I feel like argument is necessary when the foundation of the relationship is weak. Because argument is like a wake-up call to tell you guys that you guys need to grow for the better, to become stronger.
Right.
Because an argument comes, it's like an hurricane, right? It's like you have a house that's you built and you're so confident that this house is so strong. And then a strong wind come and blow your house down, and you get to see that, listen, I thought my house was strong, but it's really not. So an argument give you like a wake-up call to say, listen, there's certain aspect in a relationship that we are lacking and we need to work on. It could be communication. It could be the way you deal with your partner, the way you treat your partner. So arguments is necessary based on the foundation, like how strong is your foundation in relationship. On the other hand, some people, they don't argue.
Yeah.
They
and
never
it's
argue.
A healthy relationship.
Because their foundation is so strong. That's my opinion. I feel like their foundation is so strong that whatever come at them, they deal with it in such a great manner that they don't need to argue. And argument doesn't mean that you have to be cursing each other or want to fight each other. It could be a simple dispute. Disagreement, in which that is natural. That's normal in a relationship. You're gonna have days where it's like a dispute. Like I don't agree with you, you don't agree with me, and we find a common grounds. But I feel like the beginning of relationship, say like our relationship, for example,
right.
We coming together in the beginning. I have my stuck up ways.
Right.
You have your ways. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. So I feel like every argument that we had in the past, I appreciate every one of them because it helped me to grow for better. Because it made me understand my wife more. She understands me more, and I get to see what she don't like, and she get to see what I don't like, and then we compromise to make it work for each other. So I feel like in the beginning, to make your relationship stronger, I feel like an argument, especially a big argument, that's like a growing stage for the relationship where you guys gonna overcome that rock that y'all hit to become way better after that. Because once y'all hit that big rock, y'all shouldn't hit that again. Because now you guys know and be prepared if something like that to happen again. Y'all prepared to handle it better rather than maybe disrespecting each other or cheating other, like belittle or talking down to each other,
Right.
So to me it's necessary, but after a while it's unnecessary because you guys should grow. It is important, let me say this, it is important if you guys are growing from it.
Right.
If you guys are not growing from the thing you guys are arguing about, it's unnecessary.
Right.
You have to grow.
I kind of feel like arguing to a certain extent is necessary. I do agree with you. But then again, you never want to get your partner too comfortable where they feel that's the only way.
Right.
because sometimes you can argue with a female, sometimes you can argue with a male, or just, you know, have a disagreement and be in your feelings, and then that person don't open up.
Right.
So everybody handles things differently. I really think that you made some really, really important, you hit some really important parts. And I have to say, when you said that if a hurricane comes and blows your house down, you know, then you finally realize that your house wasn't strong.
Right.
Which it makes it's a big deal, guys. It's like a super, super big deal. I mean, you shouldn't have to argue to know your relationship is strong, but then again, sometimes you have to. You really, really have to, because in this day and era, you just don't know. You just don't know. Like, people like my mom and stepdad that have been married for 20-something plus years, that doesn't come around too often. So I really think you made some really, really good points.
Yeah, that's just, we gotta look back on the root of an argument. Like, an argument starts because of a misunderstanding.
A disagreement.
You know,
okay. Yeah.
we're not understanding each other at the moment. So it's like, alright, so we haven't faced a situation like this. No, it's the first time for both of us. So it's like, how do we handle it? And we don't know how to handle it.
Right.
So that's what really caused the confusion or the misunderstanding between the both parties. So they start to like be at it. And like I said, based on who you are, like I said, some couples, they never have a day where they have a big argument.
Yeah.
But I feel like when you're a person who have so much, not so negative about you, but you're so stuck up in certain ways that is wrong, and then another person, y'all come together, y'all bound to argue a lot more than two person who learn how to deal with certain situation already. Right. So it's like two weak person or two ignorant person. Let's say ignorance. I don't like to call people ignorant, but let's say ignorance, right? Who lack the basic knowledge to communicate effectively to their partner, right? Because sometimes in a relationship, it's not really what you say, is how you say it. So a person come off so disrespectful but not knowing it, and that have to be corrected at the moment. So say, for example, a guy come off so disrespectful to his girl, and his girl stop to correct it, it might lead into an argument if you don't take the talent to fix it.
Yeah, because I mean, like, if a person doesn't have discipline, but again, like you said, if you're knowledgeable enough and not so ignorant, a person could take telling, and that will stop a lot of arguing.
Exactly.
That can stop a lot of arguing.
That's why comparing certain relationships, some people could say, listen, me and my partner will never argue. Which I feel like that's good, but sometimes an argument help you grow. It helps you grow a lot, but it does come to a point where you have to like let it go.
Right.
I feel like after you guys been together for like over a few years, it's like there's no need to argue, because like y'all overcome all that already. All the hurricanes, all the storm, unless something big come. Like such a big storm to hit you guys are like, yo, wow, how we deal with this? It's such a confusion, like, yo, I don't know to handle it right now. My emotion is running wild. I don't know to control my emotion. So it might lead to another argument, but it's like, dim it down. You don't have to go crazy shouting, because like I tell you, argument don't have to be like y'all want to fight each other. It could just be like disrespecting each other in the calmest way, or talking down on each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because arguing no, absolutely not. Arguing isn't screaming. Arguing could be something like, you know, you just dumb. You could just say something like that can offend your partner. I also want to say, like, if you don't argue, you guys really have something special, because I feel like that is very hard to find a relationship that has never argued. I've heard of some before, maybe like two, and I think that is the most amazing technique that couple has that's working for them.
Right.
I don't know if communication is really the key, or just allowing a person to be dumb, because in a relationship, we sometimes argue because we're so focused on our partner doing things like how we want it as well too. And you just can't be that way. You just have to learn to be open-minded and allow your partner to be who they are, because sometimes it really can affect you in a tremendous way. So what I want to say is, if you don't argue, it's normal. You know, it's actually a blessing. And I'm pretty sure if it's two couples that are actually together and they doing everything in their power not to argue,
Right.
that is a blessing in itself.
It is a blessing.
You know, it's a big deal because, I mean, come on, guys. How many people do we know argue constantly? You know, it gets kind of redundant after being with someone 20, 30 years and you guys are still arguing and you're still treating each other like crap. That's a very sad life. I wouldn't agree to go through that. But then again, love, you never know what love. But that disrespect right there, after, I say like after engagement. No, I say like after you're married or you're just living with this partner for a couple of years, 2 years maybe, I say the fighting has to just be like, just ignore at that point.
Right.
Like, all right, I've been with you for years. Now we're living together for 2 years. It's over. Like, I'm not arguing with you no more. I love you. I know I want to be with you. I'm not even going to go to that level.
Right.
You know?
You know, and to bring it back to us, our marriage, our relationship. Our relationship in the beginning, we have a lot of arguments in the beginning, right? Maybe the first 2 years or so. Like, and those are the phases for us to like really build and grow together as one.
Yeah.
Because we come in a relationship, you being who you are, I'm being who I am, and
I don't mean to cut you off, but two different cultures too.
yeah, and two different cultures, you know what I'm saying? So I was raised a certain way, you was raised a certain way. So we come together as one to make this relationship work in unity and love. So we hit head a lot of time.
Yes.
Based on how I see things, based on how you see things. So we was on the same page for a lot of stuff. So we used to argue a lot in the beginning.
We wasn't on the same page.
We wasn't. So that brings forth a lot of arguments. And during those arguments, it's just for us to show, it's just for us to like grow together, to see where we need to compromise and work things out for each other. If we want to make it work. You know, 'cause I feel like we love each other, but then we'll just like hitting head at one point, and then we overcome those obstacles in a relationship where we wasn't even arguing that much, like at all really. But every argument that I had with you, it appreciated me to make me look back on myself, and maybe you looking back on yourself to say, listen, I didn't like the way I get my wife today. Like, I get her so angry. I don't like that. What can I do to change it, to make it better, so next time it don't happen? You know, so it's every argument is like a reflection on you looking to yourself. All right, I thought I was doing everything good, but clearly I'm not, because I get my wife so upset that she says certain things or I say certain things or we have to get here, and I don't like to get here. For example, our last major argument was we embarrassing ourselves, putting on YouTube saying that we break up. It looked to the world, it looked really, really bad, but it helped me and helped us.
Foolish.
How foolish we look. Because after that argument, after that big fight, and we say we'll break up, whatever, we don't argue. We don't argue after that. We deal with problems way different. We don't argue. It's like every argument I had with my wife, whatever it is, it's just a wake-up call to like, you know what, you're getting too comfortable. Or she's getting too comfortable. Somebody, you know, gotta wake up and take this serious. Like, yo, listen, your wife's feelings is very important. My feeling is very important. We have to consider that no matter what. No matter how you feel like, oh, your partner is okay, she's good. Nah, you know, you gotta always consider. No matter how strong she may seem like she got it, you know. So I feel like that helped us a lot.
Yeah,
that big fight.
The fights helped me, to be honest. I mean, it wasn't like cheating fights, but to be honest, some of the fights kind of felt like I broke down mentally, not because of him. I think it was just like myself at the time. I'm not going to say that I was like lazy, but you know, the push to become successful was a real meltdown for me. I just wasn't used to working so hard, and then it was like work, and I didn't even get to know my partner anymore. It was just like, we're just business partners. So I feel like a lot of things broke me down, but a lot of the things built me to be a different woman today. If I said that the arguing, I wish we could have went about it different. I do, but we didn't. But the argument did make me a different woman today. So I'm very grateful for that. And also, I've learned a lot of my my bad habits. A lot of that had to go. So that was also a battle within myself, because my husband didn't like a lot of my bad habits, and it was like trying to become not the perfect girl, but just trying to become a better person was a real strong battle. You know, it was really strong because I was stuck and nobody ever corrected me. Everyone just accepted me that way. Even when it came to like my past relationships, they accepted me for me, and they never complained. And not saying that you complained, but I see you did it for the better. It's truly appreciated by me, you know. And going back to our last argument, I have promised myself to never ever embarrass myself on the internet. But for some reason we ended up doing that, and I felt really shameful because I'm a woman of my word, and for me to not have kept that word, I was like, you failed again, LIANA. You failed again. And like I said, I went through little steps in my life where I felt like I kept failing because I was battling so much trying to be a better person, that was the straw for me. I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. But I'm happy where I am at today, and I'm definitely thankful for every argument, you know.
I'm very thankful, you know, and I'm happy that, you know, we're not arguing. And if there's a dispute or a misunderstanding, we handle it better.
He laughed at me.
Than we was in the past, you know, because like as a man, I used to like feed into her a lot. As a man in the beginning, I'm like, what? You know, so I have to reflect on myself and like, yo, what are you doing? You know, so it's like I try not to even feed into it. I try to understand, like, why are you upset now? I try to understand, like, how can I make you happier right now? I don't want you to be upset. So that's just my growth. And I appreciate our growth, because looking back where we're coming from to where we're at right now, it's a big difference. It's like it's a brand new you, a brand new me. But for us to get here, we have to go through that fight.
We went through a big stage, you know? It was a fight. And again, I'm happy where I'm at. And also, it also comes with age, too, because I think, like, maybe we were rushing.
It comes with experience. I wouldn't say age. It comes with experience. Because we experienced all of that right then and there during the moment. So it's like, we don't want to go through that same experience again. So it's like, how can we avoid it? Yes. So we find ways to make it work, to better yourself. Because no matter how hard it is, and it was very, like you said, it was very hard for you to change. Because like you said, you wasn't used to nobody telling you, just do your own way. Yeah. Nobody correct you. And I've been raised with like, correctness, like from a kid. My mom corrected me, you know. So it's like you have to know right from wrong, regardless in a relationship or in a friendship or with family, anybody. So you have to be able to take telling. That was a hard thing for you. There's a point I feel like I couldn't take anything, you know. So it's like we have to like find we can compromise to make it work, and that was really hard for us to. We'll get over it, and that's the main thing. We get over it. My thing was I was very, very prideful.
Yes.
I was very, very prideful, so I have to put away all those pride aside and compromise for my wife, because I feel like, listen, you don't want to do it for me, I ain't doing it for you. So it's like a pride thing, and it's just stupid. Looking back on it, it's just stupid and dumb, you know. So I'm happy those days are in the past, and I'm looking back on other couples that break up when they go through those hard times. They just gave up on a relationship rather than just push on and compromise to make it work. They could have been in a better place right now rather than giving up on their relationship.
Sometimes I agree with him, but sometimes it is so hard, guys.
But it takes two parties to want it.
Yes. It is, again, it's really, really hard, you know, because sometimes you don't look at the discipline as love. It turns to bitterness, to anger when you don't understand each other. The ignorance really takes a big toll on a person, you know, because sometimes you're just so ignorant you don't understand the benefits out of it yet. And again, he says it comes with experience. I also say it comes with age too, because as you get older, I just feel like you start to think different. You start to think a lot more different. And I appreciate everything that I ever went through, because I'm just so different today. I'm really, really different. And you know, I think we different. I'm saying, yeah, we are really different.
Very different.
We went on 6 years married. 6 years married, guys. And we were together how many years before? Like 2 years before. And I think it was tough, man.
It was
tough.
You know, but
It was tough.
that's what comes with growing.
Yes.
Like I said, the main example I gave in the beginning, when you build a house and you think your house is strong, when that wind come, that storm come and blow your house down, you get to realize, listen, we're not as strong as we think we are. You know? So now we gotta work on it. Like, listen, either I have to change something or you got to change something. We have to compromise.
Yes.
You know, and once you love your partner, you're willing to change, you know, and make it right, to make it work, because you want to see your partner happy. You know, a happy relationship is the best relationship.
Yes, it is.
You know, rather than you arguing every day over the same thing, arguing, that's become toxic. It's become draining. As you become older, you just want peace and happiness. You don't want to fight. That's just, I hate fighting. You know, I hate it.
I agree. Fighting is very disturbing. It's not a healthy family. It's not healthy for the kids.
At all.
And again, it's just something that it builds nothing good out of it. It's nothing good comes out of a really toxic, draining relationship, arguing all the time. Again, then when you sometimes, let me say this, sometimes compromising isn't easy. Again, you have to be ready for that. You can't jump in a relationship feeling like, okay, you know what? Everything is my way. I'm the woman. I'm this, I'm that, and he has to follow me if he wants me. He wanted me anyway. That mentality could take you but so far. You know what I mean? You have to really, really, really compromise when you get in a relationship. It makes your partner happy. It makes him feel, you know, like, okay, she did that for me. I will bend for her.
Exactly.
And it shows appreciation at the end of the day. That's a big thing in a relationship, guys. You know, we have to appreciate and compromise for our partner. Just if you love them, it wouldn't even, like I tell you, it wouldn't even be nothing to you to compromise. Sometimes the battle's within yourself, and then you just grow from there on out. You know, once you finish that battle, you will definitely grow from there on out. And you guys will both be happy. Because staying that way, you might think like, oh, well, I don't need him, I get with someone else. And then when that happens, you see you in that relationship, maybe 3 years the most, and then that person left you. And then you jump into another relationship and you probably last in that one 2 years the most, because now you're getting older and this guy's like, you know what, I need a peace of mind. I'm not for this drama. And you just end up never really finding yourself, your true self, and becoming the best version of yourself. So I definitely agree with you on everything that you said. You said it very well.
I love you, baby.
I love you.
I love this conversation. So guys, we're going to close off right now, because we have to go and bring the kids to ballet. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and tell me what you think. Leave a comment, and what are your take on this topic that we just talked about, you know? So you have anything else you want to say?
No, guys, I don't have much to say, but I do want to tell you the advice we give you, and certain things that do happen is normal. And if you could take our advice, we've been married 6 years and we've been together 8 years. I'm telling you, it will work. Just take a shot at it. Don't give up. This generation is really weak and spoiled.
Very weak.
The minute you say something, oh, I'm not dealing with it. They're moving on.
Yeah,
that's a very nasty attitude to have. So I wish you guys best of luck on any relationship you guys are trying to climb over or going through or just entered. Good luck to that. And if you guys ever need advice, we are here.
So I hope you guys enjoyed. This is our first podcast. This is podcast episode 1.
Episode 1.
I love you guys, man. Thank you guys for the support. Like, share, subscribe.
Peace out, guys.
Lord of Family Podcast. We up.